Welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and roll your notifications to all so you don't miss any of the demonic content. In our last video, we discussed the idea of stigmatized knowledge claims from Barkun's work and linked those to the basic epistemological proof that was offered in the first video. We also noted that we probably all believe one or more bad knowledge claims, but that doesn't necessarily make us a conspiracy theorist or give us a conspiracist orientation towards the world. In this video, we'll be looking at how those bad knowledge claims combine with ideas of connectivity, fact-fiction reversal, and folkloric processing to create most contemporary conspiracy theories and conspiracist orientations. First, and probably most importantly, conspiracist views of the world are not defined by random chance, but rather by design. The source of the conspiracy, from the supposed Jewish conspiracy and the protocols of the Elders of Zion, to the reptilians who are thought to be infiltrating world governments, to the supposed outward face of the Democratic Party, is capable of controlling the world to such a degree that nothing is accidental and everything is connected. As Barkun notes, this creates something of a seeming paradox. Quote, "In an odd way, the conspiracy theorist's view is both frightening and reassuring. It is frightening because it magnifies the power of evil, leading in some cases to an outright dualism in which light and darkness struggle for cosmic supremacy. At the same time, however, it is reassuring, for it promises a world that is meaningful rather than arbitrary. Not only are events non-random, but the clear identification of evil gives the conspiracist a definable enemy against which to struggle, endowing life with purpose. Moreover, because the conspiracy is almost ubiquitously successful in disguising its activities, those things which at first appear to be random are instead the work of the conspiracy in some cleverly disguised fashion." The fact-fiction reversal is another tool that sees frequent use within the conspiracist bag of tricks. On the one hand, it posits that one cannot accept knowledge produced by common institutions as fact. The conspiracy has so successfully manipulated these groups and disguised its activities that anything produced by those institutions is suspect as fiction. Moreover, it is possible that this disinformation was distributed deliberately in order to disguise the movements of the conspiracy. On the other hand, it opens up the possibility to interpret fictional accounts as a sort of wink and a nod from the conspiracy itself, or to read a particular knowledge claim in an inverted fashion. For instance, consider the celebrated conspiracy document, The Protocols of the Elders of Zion. It is a relatively well-known idea that the document primarily originates from portions of Maurice Joly's work of satirical fiction, The Dialogue in Hell between Machiavelli and Montesquieu. Likewise, conspiracy theories about the so-called Mandela effect, where groups of people misremember factual information, rely upon ignoring the low-hanging fruit of the knowledge claim, our memories are often influenced by outside information and events, in favor of the notion that these are holdovers from mental manipulations brought about by a shadow government or the effects of computer glitches in the program that simulates our world. Finally, and in my mind, most interesting, Barkun makes the argument that conspiracy beliefs are consumed, believed, and transmitted in much the same way that urban legends are. Both are claims to truth which are told as if they were true with little substantiating documentation. In the contemporary age, both urban legends and conspiracy theories are transmitted over the internet, a medium which allows for multiple tellings of the same story in slightly different ways. Both of these are then evaluated not according to best evidentiary practice, but instead by how many tellings of that particular narrative there are. That is, more instances of the Slender Man narrative make for a more compelling Slender Man, just as more instances of reptilian takeover narratives make for a more convincing case for reptilians. Search algorithms aid in developing budding conspiracists or urban legend aficionados further by not only offering results based on the website content, but also upon websites that are jointly accessed together. In this way, prior conspiracists build a yellow brick road for Google to offer to future seekers after stigmatized knowledge. The final piece of the puzzle, one that is perhaps the most shocking, is the millenarian ideas that accumulate around contemporary conspiracy theories. That is, If one looks close enough, most of the conspiracy theories in the United States have ties to either secular or religious ideas about the end of the world or the apocalypse. We'll cover that in our final video.